This needs to be on. Hey guys, this is Bruce.
And this is me, Yuri.
And this is another visa approved show where we facilitate, answer questions, and talk to the community about what's going on with the K1 visa, the K3 visa, what's going on with your current status, our current status. We do this as a community. We're not lawyers, we're not consultants. We're just a part of this community helping you guys. And you guys actually help us too, so this is great. That's why we do this. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you for Elliot. Thank you, Elliot. Last week I did see your contribution. He donated $1 to us on the live, and I was really appreciate that. And all of our other Patreons who help us every month. Also, I want to personally thank all of the admins who help with the Visa Approved group for free on their free time. Really appreciate you guys. Without you guys, we really couldn't get the Visa Approved group as big as it is, so that's great. Yeah. We've got, let me see, who do we have online? We've got Arthur Carlson. Hey Arthur, how you doing out there?
Hi Arthur.
We've got Elliot is joining us. Let me see who else we have there. I'm sure there's more people. I can see, I can hear you guys breathing out there, so I know you're there. And in the background, we've got the 90-day fiance. Which
this is before the 90-day
is this fiance. Oh, okay, yeah, we've got that going on in the background, so that's what if you hear it going on, that's what we do. We kind of do a reaction to it because we've got a lot of fans of the show. It's well, I don't know if you call it fans, but people who watch it, we watch it with them. So yeah, so let's get started. I got a whole bunch. I've been getting a lot of questions lately on Facebook. I guess the word's getting out that we do help people on Facebook. Getting a lot of DMs. You guys just remember, be patient with me. I'm only one person. We're only one. We have full-time jobs and everything. This is not something we're that we can do 24/7. So that's why we do this group, so we can actually answer questions together and all at once, because a lot of people have the same questions, and where it's kind of difficult to answer one question at a time. We're getting like 15, 20 a day. It's easier to just answer all the questions, because a lot of times it's the same questions over and over again. It's easier to just answer all the questions together and get one group response that everybody can benefit from. So that's why we do this. How you guys doing out there? How you doing, Arthur? How's my sound? Are you guys hearing us? Is this okay? You guys seeing us? Everything's good? Every now and then we have some technical difficulties. That's why I ask. All right, crickets. Usually it's a lot more busy than this, so I'm thinking something is wrong actually. Let's see what's going on with before 90 days here. So we're watching 90-Day Fiancé. Oh, sound is good. Awesome. Okay, that's great news. Great news. All right, there we go. There's the floodgates right there. People responding. So glad. The guy who disrespected the lechon is is about to get the cold shoulder.
So they were about to stay there, and she had the guy, in their house. That's serious, Oh my God.
Oh.
Yep.
Whoa, look at that look on their face. Oh, we prepared a nice gathering so that we can be with him, and so that we can, of course, Jenny wanted him to participate. Oh, that's brutal. even just a little.
Yeah.
Oh, she's freaking balling. You talk to her. Oh, bro,
Yeah,
what
so
the
they
heck?
prepared for that.
Yeah, dude, you gotta.
And oh, that's a serious thing because she brought him to her family, and they were about to stay there and live there, so he can experience her life. That's serious. My God.
Damn, dude, what are you doing? See, that's why if you go to another person's country, if you go and you gotta learn the culture first, like, so you're not shocked, man. I'm blown away by how many Americans don't travel, don't know anything about the rest of the world.
And said, "We're leaving. You're not staying here."
Yeah, I don't blame her. I don't blame her for that one. Damn, I bet her dad is pretty pissed off.
I think they're insulted by it for sure, but not pissed off. But it's like, oh, why would you like not?
They're just kind of disappointed.
Show your respect by trying.
Yeah, it's kind of
and joining them.
Yeah, I understand that.
Eating.
That makes sense.
That's
Bonti, Gia, how you doing? Fred, Ray, how you doing?
Did you connect us in Facebook?
I believe we are up on Facebook. How many military bases are still in the Philippines? I think it's 2 or 3. There's like one in Mindanao that's been there for a while. Somewhere in the jungle.
One in Subic.
One in Subic, and there may be one other one. 2 that I'm for sure I know about.
I'm not sure.
But I don't know if there's any Air Force bases. For sure there's one Navy base, and then there's one military base somewhere there. Has anybody had any success with getting through on their visas lately? I know that it's been very slow lately, and we've been getting some mixed reviews on what's going on.
How many? Yeah. This show is it tells the story of the relationship. Actually, like the Before the 90-Day Fiancé, but this is where the drama.
Yeah, the Before the 90-Day. You like that one better?
I mean, it's kind of like getting to know how it really goes in a long distance relationship.
It's pretty brutal, yeah.
And then in meeting the person.
Yeah.
And that's when you really see like how it should be. What are the things that you should not do.
How a person's gonna behave in a relationship. How strong they are mentally. What is he doing? Let's see. I leave the Springs for Cebu on 27th, and the one thing I'm a little nervous about is the first hour and a half layover in Manila. I hope the layover is long enough to make the connection to Cebu. Yeah, it's plenty of time. It's a pretty short flight going to Cebu. Are you gonna be meeting with Purple Shadow? I know that they met with one fiance over there who said that somebody from Colorado was going there, so that must be you, Greg. Fred, okay, I read that one.
Just like you must try balut. Yeah.
I tried balut.
Yeah.
Arthur Carlson says, I got an RFE from USCIS yesterday. Yeah, Arthur, like, you were supposed to send me like a screenshot or something. I could probably help you out. I mean, basically what I'll do is I'll tell you what if anybody else we know of has had a similar RFE, because really with an RFE, it's not the end of the world. They're just asking for more information for you. So if you still if you're still looking to resolve it, then yeah, send me a screenshot and maybe we can help. Maybe. Greg says, okay, I already read that one. Fred Ray says, the making it hard to hear the audio in the background. Can you hear the audio in the background? Is it too loud? Yeah, I'll turn it down. Yuri is like so distracted. I don't like doing the reactions anymore. He's super focused.
How much money does it take to get a visa and passport ID? How much does it
visa
take? For fiance visa?
For what country, Bradley? That's a very broad question because what are you talking about? Your fiance coming to the U.S.? Are you talking about you having a passport and ID going to another country? You gotta be more specific. If you're talking about how much does it cost for a passport in the Philippines?
$50.
Passport and ID. And the visa is a whole different thing. It depends on what kind of visa you're gonna get. If it's a K1 visa, I can tell you I spent, not counting the flight to her to come to the U.S. and not counting her green card, about $2,000.
Yeah.
With all the fees, there's just so many fees that all piled up to approximately $2,000 because she's got to go to medical, had to go to another city and then go to an appointment there, and then had to get all of these documents. It was about $1,000 or $2,000 altogether. That doesn't, and then that I had to pay $340. Now it's $525, and we had to pay. That was to process the I-129F. But then again, Bradley, you got to be more specific. I don't know what you mean. So give us more information. Bronte Gia says a lot of Filipinos don't eat balut. I asked my Filipino fiance about that. Yeah, you know, when we had the balut challenge and they had me eat balut, there were 2 other Filipinos there and they didn't eat it. So
yeah, if you're talking about immigrants here in the U.S. who are Filipinos, then yeah, their taste changes, you know, as you stay here.
Yeah, they've been here for what, 30 years?
They've been here for
30,
years
40 years
and years. Then it changes. Because American food is so different, and you know, but in the Philippines, most people eat balut.
Marcia Bradley says, hey, I need your help. I got married, sponsor my husband, and he got through and come to the US and we are not living together. What can I do? Is that what you're saying? So you married, let me see if I understand you correctly, Marcia, because it's kind of like looks like you typed on a phone. You married a foreign fiance, you brought him here to the US, and now he's not living with you. Like, was that by choice, or like what are you asking? Like, if is it marriage fraud, or what can you do because you want the guy to live with you, or did he marry you just to come to the US and now he took off, or what do you mean? Give us some specifics. We know, we've heard that happens quite a bit. So
yeah,
happens. Yeah, you're not the first person. You're maybe the third person that, since we've started having these lives, that has said the exact same thing you just said. It's unfortunate. Fred Ray says, okay. Arthur Carlson said, I already did. I have an HTML of all of our PM chats. Oh, you've already responded back to them and told them, okay. Gregory says, Purple Shadow made a very good impression on Roselle May. She said the Purple Shadow treated her like a sister. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Gregory said,
my sister is very
giving.
A good person.
Yeah, very, very giving. Arthur says, I saw the video this morning. Oh, that's the video she did, yeah. Bradley.
Oh, Purple Shadow.
Yeah. Bradley
to
says,
come in Barbados.
Okay. So you're a U.S. citizen going to Barbados? Does that even have I'm not even sure if that has a visa.
Does it require a visa?
Yeah, I don't know if that has a visa. Give me a second. Let me see if that has a visa. What I'm doing here is checking on my side to see if that has U.S. to Barbados. Anybody know? Anybody on this in the community know? Have been to Barbados from the U.S.? I don't think you need a visa to go to Barbados. I think you just fly there. And then if you stay over, usually what happens with the U.S. visa, U.S. passport, is you'll fly there to whatever country, and after 30 days or after a certain amount of time, then you'll need a visa. There's a difference between a visa and a passport, which is something that took me a while to understand myself. Okay, I'm still looking, just so you know. Let's see what we got here. Barbados. Must be valid upon entry. Blank passport pages. Tourist visa required. Not required for stay until 6 months. So you can fly as a U.S. citizen. All you need is a passport. If you're looking for a U.S. passport, how much does it cost, Arthur? You guys, what was it? $80, something like that, to get the picture and everything. You fly there. As long as you're not over 6 months, you're good. You don't need a visa. Okay, it looks like 90-day fiancé is back on. Alright, let's see what other questions we have here. To come to Barbados. Living Out Loud says, Live Out Loud says, just dropping in to say hi. Hey, Live Out Loud.
Hi, Live Out Loud.
Says she likes
God
your
bless
makeup.
you. By the way, I like your makeup, Yuri. Thank you.
Greg says, oh, he's talking to Arthur. Jarvis D says, my I-129F got approved last week. Awesome. Congratulations. We applied back in March.
Congrats.
Now time for my fiance's interview and medical exam. Yep, just make sure she has everything. Now you can start doing your, she can start doing her D-160. And Fred confirms, only need a passport for Barbados. No visa required, depending on what country you come from. And from the U.S., you don't need a visa. So, all right, let's see what other questions we have here. Bradley
only need
Blennon
a passport.
says,
where's Barbados anyway?
I meant if you're a Filipino. There you go. Here we go with specifics. Thank you. I meant if you're a Filipino and you want to come to Barbados, what are the requirements needed? All right, that's different. So the Filipino passport is very limited, and that's one of the main reasons I want Yuri to get a U.S. passport, because the Filipino passport is pretty limited. There's only certain places they can go without having a visa. So that being said, now we have more details. Let's see about that. Wonder if Barbados allows. It's possible. So we're also watching a little bit of 90 Day Fiancé. Anybody out there watching 90 Day Fiancé live with us?
I remember they used to have a list baby before.
Anybody know if a Filipino can go to Barbados without a visa? Possible. I know there's quite a few countries. I think Indonesia, right? Off the top of my head, Indonesia is one of those countries.
Yeah.
Where else?
Even Indonesia needs like a request for visa before going there.
Hey Andy, how you doing?
I'm living with him in his tiny little bubble 24/7. Like, my bathroom is bigger than his entire apartment.
Whoa, her bathroom's bigger than it.
But it's definitely a good way to start the day, to see him in his underwear and happy and cute and flirty. Is anything wrong with the AC? Like the water? Yeah.
Yeah.
Visa required for yeah.
Yep. So check it out. So we're on this Barbados.org, and it has a list of all the countries that require a visa, and Philippines is one of them.
Yeah.
So there you go, right there. There you go. There you have it. Well, are you like in Barbados, and you're just trying to get your girlfriend there or something? All right, let's see what other questions that we have here going on.
In Malaga, it's about 90 to 95 degrees every day outside. It's even hotter in Antonio.
Yeah, as Fred Ray says, it depends on what country you come from, and unfortunately, from the Philippines, you need a visa, but it's doable, so you can get one. Marcia Bailey says, I think this is what he did. As soon as he went to his family, they live in Florida. You know, Marcia, I'm gonna be completely frank and honest with you. This happens a lot, especially with American women hooking up with foreign guys. It's not all, you know, but it does happen quite a bit. Like I said, you're not the first person to call in, or send us a message saying the exact same thing. Like, they sponsored the guy to come over, and then the guy is gone, leaves, starts making up all these alibis, never there. As a matter of fact, on 90 Day Fiancé, the show, this dude named Muhammad did this to an American lady named Danielle. Danielle sponsored him to come from, which country was it? He came from
Morocco.
Morocco, yeah. He came from Morocco, and they lived together for about a year, and then things just went downhill from there. And then he ended up she called him messing around, like talking to other women online, and he fly out to these other states, and eventually they just got an annulment. And an annulment just meant that he was able to stay in the U.S. And didn't have to. If she would have divorced him, then she could have got him kicked out. She was really trying to get him kicked out of the country because she felt like she had been used. It's really kind of a sad story because she was really devastated. It's very obvious he didn't love her. I don't know if he ever did.
It really did sound like a marriage fraud.
It really does. It's very fishy. Like, the kind of stuff the guy was doing, it's very fishy. You know, I mean, and I know she loves him, and it's really tragic, and it sucks to hear it all, but it's just the truth. Like, it sounds like she got hit. And what can you do? You can contact the USCIS. You can divorce the guy, because you know you don't want to remain married to a guy who's not around. So why in the world are you gonna do that? You know. Let me see. Andy says, "Have a good night, guys. Much love, Bruce, Yuri, and Veronica. See you later."
Good night, Andy.
We're not gonna be on here that long either. Veronica says, "Hi, guys."
Not
hey,
much
Veronica.
to say, but saying hello. Hi, sis. Yeah, I need to respond on your email. Hold on, let me.
Right now, this minute.
No, I'm just gonna grab my notes.
Ronte Gia says, "I'm flying to Cebu next year, but I will have a layover in Manila."
I'm gonna answer your email tonight, sis.
Is that where I get my visa? If Bronte, if you're going from the U.S., you're a U.S. citizen, and you're flying to the Philippines, going to Cebu, you don't need a visa. You don't need a visa. For the first 30 days that you're there, you don't need a visa. If you're staying over 30 days, then you will go to an office to get a visa, right? And that'll cost, how much is it?
Immigration, you mean?
You go to immigrations when you're there.
If you stay only 30 days more, above 30 days, then...
Yes. So to answer your question, you said, I'm flying to Cebu next year, and the layover, and do I need to get my visa there? No, you don't. All they'll do is you'll get into the airport there from the U.S., you'll, go there, you're in immigrations will look at your passport, and that's it. They let you through. Don't overstay your 30 days without going to immigrations, but you have 30 days once you land there. So they stamp your passport and send you on your way. That's it. That's one of the good things about the U.S. passport. You can go almost anywhere except North Korea and Iran. Let's see. Andy, take care. Yes.
Yeah, if you're going straight to Cebu, then you get your visa from Cebu Immigration, not in Manila.
Marcia says he comes to stay with me, be with me every 3 months. If that's the arrangement you guys have, and if you're okay with that, then who are we to judge your guys' relationship? We have nothing. We have no say so in you guys.
It depends, like what are you guys' arrangement?
Exactly. So I don't mean to confuse the situations we've heard of with your situation, which may be completely different.
Yeah.
Fred Ray says, have a nice night, guys. See you later,
Good night, Fred.
Let me see. Philippine scenes.
Hi, Philippine scenes. Oh, we should do interview.
Would you be up for an interview one of these days? Philippine scenes, kind of off topic. Just let us know. Just send us an email if you're interested.
Yeah, send us an email, Philippine scenes.
Here's our email address.
So we can arrange an interview.
They're kind of off topic. Let's get back onto our topic. But Philippine scenes, if you're interested, send us an email. It'll be about living in we get a lot of questions about people going to the Philippines. Lots of questions.
You have the green card for only 2 years. It's actually not just 2 years, but once the 2 years expires, the person have to apply for the 10-year green card. But then if you think this is a marriage fraud, then you should report the person now. This is your chance now. Once the 10-year green card is up, like he or she, the foreign immigrant, will not need a U.S. petitioner anymore. They can claim that the marriage did not work.
Mm-hmm. Get an annulment and then they can stay. But if it was
get a divorce, even if it's a divorce,
right?
Once the 2-year green card expires and they apply for on their own, they can justify that the marriage did not work,
right?
And they can proceed.
So the 2-year conditional green card, the condition is that he came here on a real relationship. So that's the condition. The 10-year green card removes those conditions. Once they get the 10-year green card, that's it. There's nothing you can do. They can divorce, and that's it. They're on the way to American citizenship. But that being said, Marcia, we are not judging your relationship. If that's the arrangement you guys have, then it's none of our business. Bradley says, how long will it take to get a visa and passport if you don't have an ID card?
Well, first of all, you need an ID card. ID card is so easy to get. There's a thing called postal ID. In which country are you talking about? Is it the Philippines?
I'm a little confused on
this one.
Because
if it's in the Philippines, to get a passport, we can use our old IDs, student IDs from high school, or... Excuse me.
Yeah, Bradley, I don't know. Are you talking about U.S. passport?
And then get a birth certificate. Then the person can proceed to get a postal ID. And then once he or she has 2 kinds of IDs, or even if it was just one, even if it's just birth certificate and another ID, I think that it's possible to get a passport from there.
What is he? I don't know what he's talking about, though. Is he talking about U.S. passport or...
How long will it take to get a visa? ID is easy to get. All the person needs is some cash. Like $30 to get that done. Get a birth certificate. I'm sure that they had a student ID from the past.
Okay, so he's talking about Philippines passport.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
And then for the visa, that's up to you. If you want to petition someone,
Yeah, Bradley, if you're talking about the U.S. passport, I'm sorry, man. Did somebody else ask a similar question? I'm kind of confusing the two together.
Give us more details, please.
If you're talking about the U.S. Passport, here it is right here. Here's the time frame. There you go. Yeah.
It's just 8 business days for U.S. passport.
Yeah.
How long will it take for Yuri to get a U.S. passport, Veronica? I'm waiting for my 10-year green card, which is arriving probably this month or next month. After that, I can proceed to applying for my U.S. citizenship. Because once I have my green card, my 10 years green card, then I'm all set for U.S. citizenship. Honestly,
Actually, it's like after we've been married 3 years, you can apply for a U.S. citizenship.
Yeah, so that's what the immigration officer said. That I could have continued into applying for my U.S. citizenship after my 2-year green card expired, but if the U.S. citizenship takes a while to get approved, then I won't have any form of IDs for employment or any other thing that I need. My official ID, which is a 10-year green card.
Right.
So, yeah, you can proceed into just going straight to U.S. citizenship, but it's better to apply for the 10-year green card first and wait for it. That way you have a identification. Bradley said, and is it normal for a person to not have an ID? No.
In the Philippines?
It's not normal.
In the Philippines?
Yeah.
Really?
How do you get things done if you don't have ID? How do you go to school? How do you, like, I don't know. Well, even when I left home, even when I did not have I always kept my student ID.
But your dad doesn't have an ID, right? Your brother doesn't have one, right?
Is it normal for persons? Well, it's kind of normal there, but it's not good to not have an ID, because people who don't have an ID always get screwed up. How do you get things done if you don't have IDs?
If you don't have an ID, you can't get a passport in the Philippines.
Then if you
there you go.
Visit somebody, or if you have to identify yourself, how do you identify yourself?
You're pretty much stuck
without an ID. It's very important to have an ID, but
yeah. Marcia says, "Do you have the green card for only 2 years?" Did we already read that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How long will the passport take? Veronica says, "How long?" Okay. Bradley says, I think we read that one too.
They also want a return ticket already bought to enter.
To enter the Philippines?
They also want a return ticket already bought.
To enter the Philippines, I imagine that's what he's talking about.
Oh, you mean if they don't have a round trip ticket? That's unusual for people to not have a round trip ticket.
I can't speak on that. Every time I went, I had a round trip ticket, and it was within the 30-day limit. So Philippine seems maybe right about that.
Have a good night. Have a good
See you later, Veronica.
Good weekend ahead. Thank you, Veronica, and have a great evening to you too.
Arthur says Red Bull gives you wings. More like gives you liver failure. Wings. It gives you liver failure.
Yeah, I rarely
the sugar
drink
is
Red
not
Bull
good
because it makes you hungry.
It doesn't make me hungry, but
it makes me hungry unnecessarily. Even
Philippine Scenes emailed us. Okay, Heath Davis says, "Look forward to seeing that interview." Oh, with Philippine Scenes. Let's see. Marcia says, "I did not." I imagine that means you didn't foresee him coming here just for a green card, or is that the situation, Marcia? Look into it. You still have options, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's not the end of the world. There's other if that is the situation, then there's many other guys out there. So, just don't get stuck with this guy if that's the case.
Yeah.
Greg says, Bruce, is it correct that the average K1 visa time from application to acceptance is 8 months? It could be now, Greg.
Yeah.
When we did it, it was 4 to 6 months.
It was 4 months.
Now it's taking a lot longer. Yeah, I don't know. And from what we've been hearing, it's just been a huge influx of packages sometime after December 25th. I don't know if people kind of got paranoid because the prices went up and because all this talk about stopping visas and stuff. Maybe people are rushing to do it. I don't know, but there's like a huge influx that's made it, the whole process with the USCIS, a lot longer is what we've been noticed. That's the trend we've been seeing as we've been doing these lives and talking to people back and forth on our group. Philippine Scene says, have you ever heard of a Filipino who doesn't want to become a U.S. citizen when she comes to the U.S.? Yes.
Yep.
One of our friends.
Because they don't want to pay the taxes when they come back to the Philippines, because they charge taxes, I guess.
Yeah. So we know of a Filipina who's here, very proud Filipina, not into the U.S. So much, but just came here for her family, for her husband's sake, and they have a kid. So I think their plans to go back to the Philippines, which everybody has their own choice. And I have heard of it. I don't
know. It's not really the tax that I want. I love to travel, so having a U.S. passport is
that's our main thing.
Is a great thing to have, because I won't have to.
Why not have more options? I don't understand the mentality. Even if you're not with the U.S., per se, if you have that passport, you can go wherever you want. As far as taxes, you can write. If you have a business, you can write off a lot of stuff. You just got to be smart about what's going on. If it gets too bad, you can renounce it, and then you're done. But everybody has their own choice, right? So let me see. Philippines Island Adventure.
A lot of people in the province of North Samar do not have an ID. They're very poor and no need for an ID.
I think he's right.
Well, yeah, if the person's poor, then
I think they're right.
How can you why do you need an ID? Like, you don't really need an ID.
If you're living off the land,
Yeah.
I mean, why would you need an ID?
Well, for me,
I found a passport. You're not going to school.
An importance on it when you have to go to school.
Right.
Or I had to.
Or some jobs require that you get an ID, right?
Yeah, that too.
Dexter Williams says, answer anytime. Are there any African Filipino fusion restaurants where you live? No, there's not even. There's like one Filipino restaurant. Two.
There's only one Filipino restaurant.
Two. There's like one and a half here. Like we live in a very conservative, very Christian, religious, very not rural, but
African Filipino.
You could probably find that in like LA or like, you know what I mean, Dexter. Not here, man. We're not. Maybe downtown Denver, but we're like 100 miles away from Denver.
The Smash TV networks. Sometimes single ticket can be cheaper than round trip. I guess for me, for Philippines tickets, I found it cheaper to just have the round trip than a single ticket.
Philippine Scene says, but if they stay longer than 30 days, then some
buy a throwaway ticket
to Hong Kong from Manila. Okay. This is speaking from somebody. Philippine Scenes, for those who don't know, he's an American citizen living, correct me if I'm wrong, Philippine Scenes, living in the Philippines, so he actually knows quite a bit about this stuff. So we have a resident expert in that area.
Buy a throwaway ticket.
Rose33J says, "Hi Bruce."
Hi Yuri and Bruce. Hi Rose.
Nancy Cash says, "Bruce, what do you think of a Filipino who speaks to me when she knows I have a girlfriend? She even asked me to have unprotected." Well, that's kind of a different. That's kind of a different subject matter.
To have unprotected. Why would you have unprotected sex with a stranger?
It could be. I'd be very.
No, block her.
Yeah, don't do it, man. Don't even talk to her. It could be a trap, man. Maybe it's your girl with a fake name. I mean, have you thought of that?
Or even if it's not, think about it. You can get a disease from having unprotected sex. And then you pass it to your girlfriend. Now you break up. Because you just got something from another girl.
Don't do it. Well, I mean, let's get back on topic, okay? The USA is so cosmopolitan. One step closer to world peace. All right, let's get some K1 questions going here.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Thanks,
good luck to you, Marcia. And
Marcia, just
I
give
hope
it. I was calling you Marcia. Oh my God, I feel so dumb. Marcia.
Marcia. Oh, so
D nice instead of
Denise.
So
he proposed, baby. He proposed.
Oh, okay. This is watching the 90-Day Fiancé, where the very good-looking Dutch guy just proposed to a 40-year-old American lady who she looks really good.
She looks very pretty too.
She looks very good, but they broke up. So, spoiler alert.
Oh my gosh, you just ruined the moment. Thanks, guys. Good night. Okay, Picot.
What's that mean?
Picot means like a person with small eyes. Like one eye is like.
One eye is big and one eye is small.
Yeah. Is that for me, Philippine scenes?
Laugh my ass off at 90-Day Fiancé. Let me see if there's any questions on Facebook, guys. As I said before, it's easier for us to respond to you on YouTube. So if you could join us on YouTube, it would make it a lot easier on us. Otherwise, we have to keep switching back and forth, and it's kind of a pain. We got a lot of windows open here, so that's why sometimes we leave you hanging over there. But we don't mean to do it. But let me go check what's going on with Facebook.
K1 visa process. Yes, you are on FB.
Okay.
We are going to start soon.
That was me. We got AGMC. We've got Jory. We've got
Hi Bruce.
Jason Bellinger here.
Going to pick up my lady from Manila, and in the end of the month. Nuts. Thanks again for your help and videos.
Yeah, he got through the process. He got visa approved. So welcome. Okay, not many questions there. Sometimes we get flooded with questions over there. Okay, we're back. Yeah, and then again, if you're on Twitter Live, which is what is it called? Periscope. Join us on Yuri TV. We're live right now if you want to interact with us. If you're on Facebook, you want to interact with us, you want to be a part of this conversation, please join us on Yuri TV. It helps us out a lot on
Dexter
our channel.
Williams said, I have a friend who taught his wife how to trade options. Stocks are good, actually. But yeah you need a lot of money.
Yeah, Yuri was doing that beginning of last year.
Yeah, but...
we were making a little bit of cash, but what we learned was you got to have a lot of money to start.
Yeah.
Dexter says that's how she made money, even though she can't find a job. He gives her an allowance. Oh, and then trades the money. That's a good idea. That's kind of what we were doing.
Honestly, if a person can be successful trading online, I think that's better than having a job.
Yeah, if you can consistently,
you have the freedom.
Yeah, if you can consistently nail it down, and you're not too emotional about each trade. Let me find some more K1. Anybody have any kind of insight into K1? Kind of going off track here, talking about stock options and stuff. Anything at all, guys? This is the time to ask. If you have anything going on, please feel free to talk to us. This is the time to do it. I can't always answer on DMs, and sometimes your DM is one of 100. So this is the time to talk to us.
Yeah.
It's much harder for us to get to you if it's a DM. Plus it doesn't help everyone. It's kind of counterproductive, to be honest with you.
She got a question. A Filipino who trap men.
Which one?
Filipina who trap men.
Where did you see that?
Picot.
Ask a Filipino has a video about Picot.
Filipino trap man. Is that like a Tagalog? Because in Cebuano, Picot means someone who has one eye that's smaller. But I think that's a new term, Tagalog slang. That Filipino trap man is a Picot. That's a new term. I haven't heard of that before. I mean, as a new slang.
Yeah. Must be.
Cause.
All right, I think are we gonna end this, baby? There's not really any questions on Facebook.
Yeah, I think this is it for today, guys. I mean, we've been pretty much doing live for almost an hour anyway.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything.
Is there another Facebook question?
Yeah, we're going back to check Facebook real quick.
Oh yeah, there's no question.
No questions.
Okay.
All right, let's just. Guess we're out of here then.
Yeah. Opo. Have you trademarked relationship?
No.
What?
Trademark means like to protect it and it's yours or something. I don't know. All right, guys.
How do you trademark it officially?
I don't know that we can. We'd have to trademark it under a specific thing because I'm pretty sure that's been used before. All right, guys. That's it. We are out of here. This has been a real slow one. I'm really surprised. I'm getting slammed on DMs, but nobody's here asking questions.
Said from start to finish, K1 visa to approval. How long will it take?
K1 visa. I can tell you in the beginning it took 4 to 6 months, like clockwork.
Yeah.
Now it's taken a long time. Like it's taken 4 months just for them to look at your package. That's what's going on now. It's really
now the entire thing is taking 7-8 months.
Yeah, it's something else. If you want a better idea of the moving average that's happening, what you do is go to visajourney.com. Go to that form. They have this. People put in what time it's taken. It gives you a moving average of how much it's taken because it's a very subjective process that the timeline varies based on. It's subjective. It's very subjective, right? And it depends on the person's case. But I would say anywhere between now, it's taken like at least 8 months to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Sunday Night Football in the U.S., right? I don't know nothing about football. I'm the wrong person to ask.
We want in our free time we
do business. Business is all we do.
We're doing something new now.
100% business. 100%.
Oh gosh.
Passive income.
Oh, in our free time we
don't have free time. We
plan out.
We're 24/7, 24/7. We're 24/7. We don't have time for football. Maybe in the background while I was playing. Even then, we watch movies or something like that. We don't watch football. All right, guys.
Sometimes, but our show only
Broncos versus Giants.
Uh-oh.
The Broncos are in Texas, right? See, I don't know nothing about football.
No, baby. That's in Denver.
See?
We should do one of these days, right?
Go there to the game?
Yeah.
You won't like it, but I'll take you. It's interesting to see at least once.
I'll just feed myself with tons of popcorn.
Popcorn, hot dogs, beer.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. That's how Americans say it.
She thinks you say it like hot dogs.
Yeah, isn't that how you say hot dog?
Hot dog?
Hot dog.
Mountain. That's what we say apparently. I don't know.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Yeah, see you guys later.
Weekly live, and we have future interviews and Philippine scenes. Email us. We're
gonna hook up an interview with you about living in the Philippines as an American.
Yeah.
How you do it, all the ins and outs, stuff like that, relationships. So what have you? That's the kind of questions we get. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Thumbs up.
Yes, and post notifications. Turn on those post notifications. That's that little bell icon at the bottom. Turn that on.
Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. No NFL, sorry guys. Enjoy the NFL though.
Yes. I think is that it? We are out of here.
Most people watch NFL, right?
Huh?
I said most people watch NFL.
Oh yeah, in the U.S. it's huge.
Seems like a big thing.
It is a big deal here. Right, guys? You guys still hear me? The mic's still on.
I can't breathe in this dress.